She was recalling a time when Bill was younger, when he was in high school, I believe, and they had a little tiny postage stamp lawn out in the backyard.
It was Dad's job to mow that lawn, and Dad never liked mowing the lawn, didn't like taking care of any yard work, and so he really resented the fact that he had to mow this lawn, and he figured out ways to get out of it. He convinced his friends, kind of the Tom Sawyer thing, that it's a good thing to mow his lawn, and made it interesting by doing lawnmower races. So he'd get his friends to come over with their lawnmowers, and they'd do races across his lawn, and of course it would kind of mow the lawn in the process, but it was making a big mess, and it was kind of beating up the lawnmower. But the lawn got mowed.
Would have taken him 5 or 10 minutes to do the lawn himself, but he went into this big production. And so Betty and Arvid were having lunch, and they were having soup and bread and butter. And Arvid was grouching, complaining, griping about Bill, his son, the prodigal son, and how he was so lazy that he got all of his friends together to do the mowing. And so Betty got fed up with listening to him gripe, and so he had turned his head away or something, and she just, out of fit of anger, she threw her bread and butter at him, and it landed on his tie, and he didn't notice it. And so he just kept on griping and everything, and she's there sitting there looking at him with that bread and butter on his tie. And finally she pointed it out to him, and of course he took it off. And then the crux of it was he went back to work with a big grease stain on his tie. And I guess the joke is really on Betty because of her sense of humor, and he wanted to show the people where he worked what his wife was like, and that he just went back to work with the big grease spot on his tie.